there's nothing wrong with that. It just depends on what stages of life they're in.
Well, I mean, first off, I would say heaven forbid a man find a woman who is at her peak physical attractiveness attractive. So, and I think I was more physically attractive when I was younger. So there's that. I mean, there's also when you're younger, you've had fewer sexual partners, and we just talked about it. I mean, most men, whether you like it or not, value sexual purity in a woman. Now, don't get me wrong. I know some 19-year-old girls that have been fucking run through. They've hooked up with like 100 men. And I'm not even exaggerating. Chris knows her. She's not in the, Chris doesn't know her in the biblical sense, but he knows who I'm talking about. And she's been with 100 guys. But it happens to be the case that someone who's younger has had fewer sexual partners. Men find that an attractive quality in women.
I feel like that's a big reason why, like, you know, you see older guys, you know, there's a certain point where the girl starts getting older that, you know, she gets hit on a lot less by guys, because I feel like the focus is on younger girls, I feel like, for guys, because they want to find, you know, someone who's less promiscuous, you know, and the higher chance of them is when they're younger. You know? And
I mean, if I'm going to offend somebody, it's okay, but it happens to be the case that when you're younger, you're more physically attractive. And I imagine it's not a shocker to you, but men value women's looks. I know maybe you've heard of this before. Men care about how a woman's appearance. So, I mean, not to say that a 30-year-old woman can't be attractive, but I mean, if you compared her at 35 versus 25, when was she more physically attractive? When was she more physically attractive? At 35 or 25? I want to pass it to you guys. I mean, I want to ask. Are you guys going to be more... Let me ask this. Are you guys more attractive now, or will you be more physically attractive in 10 years?
I believe I will be more attractive in 10 years.
You think you'll be more attractive in 10 years?
I think it's because...
Let's just go ahead. Are you more attractive now, or will you be more attractive in 10 years?
Maybe now, but if I were to get a lot of work done in 10 years, then
what do you mean work? Plastic surgery?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Cosmetic enhancements.
Yeah, that's what I meant, because when you're older, you have more money.
You're going to be, you'll be more attractive now. Okay, go ahead.
I think it depends on
That's
your
an endorsement,
genes.
by the way. Go ahead.
I think it depends on your genes, because right now I look so young. Like, some people tell me I look 15 when I'm 21, and I remember when my mom was like 40, she looked like she was in like her early 25s, you know, because she is Polish. That answers someone's question. I was looking at the comments.
Okay.
I mean, I think, like, I consider myself pretty attractive right now, but I still have, like, I can work out more, I can do that, I can, like, change my hair up, so I can still be attractive in the future.
You can, I'm not saying you're going to be, like, a totally unbearably ugly in 10 years. I'm just asking, in 10 years' time, do you think you will be as attractive as you are now?
Yeah.
So you're not going to age at all in 10 years?
I mean, my mom still gets considered my sister half the time.
Okay, your
so
mom's
no.
a babe. Your mom's a babe, sure. But I mean, okay, fine, 20 years. Are you more attractive now, or when you went in 20 years?
I mean, I think at that point it depends, like, who's asking, because are the guys here going to like me in 20 years? Probably not. But if my husband's going to like me in 20 years, then why does it matter?
But I guess from like I'm trying to... What about in 40 years?
In 40 years, probably not.
Okay, so it's a spectrum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're more attractive now than you will be in 40 years.
Yeah.
What about 30? You know, you start getting the widow? Crow's feet coming in, get a little wrinkly, a little sun damage. I've got a little going on. I'm getting old. I'm a dinosaur.
I mean,
but
probably not. I still, like, I want to have self-confidence. Think I'll look good.
I mean, maybe your ass will get fatter when you're older. That's what happened to my mom. Butt. So, like,
okay,
like
I guess
she had
that's
bigger
a pro.
boobs and fatter ass, and everyone was like, Linda, you just got to eat more. I mean, really, sorry.
Oh, did you just dox your real name? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Whoops. Okay, sorry, I know you wanted to come in on something, but
I was just agreeing with her, because I mean, when I say work done, I don't mean like it doesn't have to be dramatic, but you know, if I start, for example, a career and I'm older, I would love to get rid of, for example, my dark circles. You know, things like that, little things that can make improvement. At the moment, for example, I'm, let's say, working out. Hopefully in 10 years, I would have a very different body that I'm working towards. So again, it depends on the person, because I've seen plenty of people where they glow up and they look amazing in their 30s. And in their 20s, they were in college, they were eating junk food, drinking. So it really depends on the person, I believe.
Okay. And you said were you born in Iran?
Yes, I was born in Iran.
Oh, sorry, mispronunciation, Iran. And when did you move to the U.S.?
In 2016.
2016. Okay.
How old were you in 2016?
How old was I? You're asking me to do math? Fuck. I mean, -6, so I was 27. 27, I think. Okay. So, yeah, no, so, I mean, the culture there is pretty different.
Definitely.
It's
yeah.
very conservative country.
Very conservative, yes.
So, do you think they're watching Iran? Like they might put a fatwa on you.
I mean, no, I don't think I'm like an important person for them to be monitoring me. There's plenty of
Haram
Persian, you know, influencers who are not big enough for them to care. I think they mostly care about Iranian influencers who are very open about, I'm Iranian, you know, and I represent them. So they don't like that because they're like, you don't represent us. So I think it depends on the person.
By the way, Stephen Krug, thank you for the math in the chat. Appreciate it. So I would also I just wanted to add, as far as the age thing, so there are some like intellectual reasons that guys can come up with for why, I mean, well, beyond intellectual, there's biological reasons. I mean, I'd say between the ages of like 18 and 25, I would say in terms of what the age range that men deem, and they've done studies on this. This isn't me just talking about out of my ass. The age range that men find the most physically attractive is between 18 and 25 for women. And I don't think that's really should be a shocker to you guys. I mean, unless you've just been fed like 40's the new 20, you know, and I think, look, I was more physically attractive when I was younger too. It's just as you age, you know.
You really think that though? Because I feel like a woman's range is going to be a lot bigger. Because I know.
I'm not saying that like someone who's between the age of 30, 40, or even going into her mid to late 40s can't be physically attractive. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying peak physical attractiveness.